안녕하세요. Hello, glorious Korea lovers. This is live actually. Mm, as I promised, I don't know if any of you remember, but I would just do the live chat on my own, just chat, talk on my own. Mm, Today actually is Saturday. It's I think today. What's today's date? Let's see. It's the 10th. Yes. Time flies by really quickly. As you may know, there's a big spread of COVID-19 in Korea since a few days ago. So uh, things have been a little bit hectic. Nothing's actually going the way I planned or the way I want it to be. But well, I mean, so well, yesterday there has been, I've been watching news, and then there has been over a few thousand new people who's been what's it call it. But anyway, um, well, I was actually going to talk about more about Glorious Korea, but I cannot really help tell you about what has happened in Korea nowadays because it's such a big issue for everybody. Because it's such a big issue for everybody. I'm sorry, this is a live stream, but just can't help it. One moment. Guess I'm not ready. As you can see. Oh, this works. Yes. So yesterday, I mean, like I told you, I had many things that it's my work. Currently, I work in such a thing is, actually, I work with the like a Korean traditional Catholic clothes for fathers and sisters in Korea, and then we do make actually clergy, what's called clergy, and then I help the 작가님. She's a like an artist, yeah, and then I help her. Just happened very naturally. I was just doing my interpreter job. I was waiting to have a class for teaching children, and also I had other things that I had in mind, like including YouTube. But one thing led to another. I had to do the job, and I actually started it, and then I kind of love what I do. So anyway, because of COVID, I think that everything is going to be a little bit crazy. It's not going to be as normal as it would. Um, so, well, for me, how it started being how to say, activated or aware of the COVID uh, probably is last Monday as I was working. This baby actually was crying so loud. Um, uh, the next door, and I went to see how the baby was doing because I wanted to stop him cry. Stop his crying. But all of a sudden, I saw the baby. I carried him in my arm, and just find out he had his face was red. He had some fever. I don't think it was a fever. I think he was hot. But he had this like red spots all over his face, and I was shocked. And I told his mother, who was standing right next to us. I said, "Oh, for God, you should take him to the hospital." And she just laughed and said, "Well, it's just a mosquito bite." I really couldn't understand what. Yeah, it didn't make sense at all. But it didn't really bother me that much. And then I just yeah, I just continue on that day. And usually I work very hard during the day. And day after, which is Tuesday, and on Tuesday night, Tuesday night, I had a headache, and then I felt terrible. I mean, I didn't feel terrible, but I was worried and very cautious about my health. So I was worried, and I came home. Of course, I did all the measures that I could, anything I could do to prevent. So I blow my nose, wash my hands right away, and then after I came home, I cleaned the institute, and then after I came home, I took a long shower, hot shower, yeah, I took some rest. But I did the home test for COVID, and then I signed negative. So I wasn't worried, and then the day after I still had some headaches, so I was kind of worried. I went to get PCR, and then I signed negative too, but I'm still worried. Since yesterday, beforehand I was worried, but since yesterday, the number of people with COVID test positive actually increased tremendously, like fast as time goes by. It's so quick. It's really scary. And like the COVID, this one with Delta virus, Alpha virus or something. So I'm really scared. But yesterday, I had an interpreting job at a company. And then before that, I went to an institute, of course, and then I took care of some business, and I went to work at an institute, and after I worked, I went to the doctor's office for a while, and then after that, I went to the bookstore to, get some information. For tomorrow, the episode, um, you know, actually, I do know a lot about, not a lot, but I do know basic stuff about Tangun Shina. Of course, Tangun is a history. I mean, I read the book when I was young. I was told stories. I watched cartoons, documentaries, long time, but still, just to be on the safe side, to give you the correct information, and then I have to do some research on many things, don't I? Yeah, I mean, that's what I really do. After or before I write something, I want to make sure that everything I do or write is correct. I mean, I make sure, even though I think that I may know, I just, yeah. I mean, I want to make sure that I am 100% positively sure about it. So I double check. That's what I mean. so with the content I'm going to shoot or record tomorrow, I will also study, but I did some studying today. It's just a piece of little time I have. So yesterday I came home after visiting the bookstore in Gangnam. And pretty much like yesterday, everybody was, they were nervous and they were worried about the pandemic. They were so serious. You should really, I don't know, if you're not in Korea, you may not feel what you may not be able to see what's going on or feel. You cannot really uh see or feel how it is until you are really there in person. You have to know, you have to see for yourself. But everybody is so serious, and I'm serious because as much as I really don't like people dying. I mean, it hurts me so much. Not just anyone. I mean, not just my friends and family, but just anyone. Death is really sad, isn't it? I want people to survive and be happy, and I don't want anybody to die. So, I don't want to die myself either. It's just natural thing. So yesterday I came home, and today I woke up and I was really really worried about the COVID itself. I felt like, I think maybe it's emotional thing, or I don't know where it's, even though I signed negative twice with 2 tests, I still felt uncomfortable with everything. So I wanted to make sure everything was sanitary and clean. So I cleaned the bathroom. My mother asked me, so I cleaned the bathroom really quickly, but thoroughly. And then I washed all my clothes. Recently, there's a place called Namdaemun, and I went, and uh, there's this fashion. I don't know if you have that in the States, but in the market, the fashion business in Korea, when a company actually goes bankrupt, or they cannot sell some of the clothes for the season, they give it to somebody for a very cheap price, like like peanuts. And then at the market they sell it for a very very cheap price. So for one clothes, not for United States, when go sometimes clearance sale, you probably get $1 for a t-shirt. I don't know if it's still true, but when I was there a long time ago, it was true. So I still had some chance to get the clothing. But if you have eyes for choosing the clothes, which is good for you, and what is a good quality, you could get some jewels out of the mm, you know sand, from the sand. So the clothes actually was 3,000 won per one. So I thought, it's so amazingly cheap, because I actually did it once a few years ago. I bought a dress for 3,001, and that was actually turned out to be amazing. I loved it. And I really loved it. And this time I chose few, and I just came home, and well, yesterday I wore one, because the day before yesterday, and then I wore one yesterday, like a pink pants I bought. And then I felt like, there might be germs with the clothes. So I washed it in the washing machine with the hot water. I wanted to boil it, so I washed it the hot water. Not too early, because I know what the materials are, and there are nothing that would run or bleed, or probably I didn't have anything that would shrink. I know my materials, yeah, my major. So I watched it actually twice. It took me like 3 hours to run it because I felt really, you know what? If I do something like that, I think it would make me feel comfortable knowing that I cleaned everything thoroughly, so I wouldn't feel bad. And then with corona issues, what you actually do is some measures that you should take are drink water regularly and drinks hot water instead of cold water. It's better for you. And then it kind of like clean system for you, because your body actually would adjust better, or it would, the immune system goes up with the hot water. That's what I know. And then you should always wash your hands, and then wash up, always, like, take a hot bath, even though it's summer. And also, what else do you do? hmm, I think, oh yes, after coming home, you shouldn't really go out. I mean, for sure, I don't think I'm going to go out unless I really need to. So I might not leave the house for a few days or a few weeks. Who knows how long this actually would go on. But so what you'll do actually is, and then every time you come home, you wash the clothes you wore that day in the washing machine. Yeah, for sure. So you wouldn't carry, because in the air, it's airborne, as you know. And then even with the mask, I mean, the germs virus actually sticks to your clothes, so you should really, wash up, like your skin, even other than your nose and mouth. When you cover it, maybe part of your face, your hands, anywhere that's open to the air will be subject to have virus. So yeah, you should wash up and then wash your clothes and then eat hot food, drink a lot of liquid, and give vitamin C, and provide yourself with a good health. And then you know getting the sun. So don't go near a lot of people. Don't go near, but when you're like away from people by yourself, stand or just maybe outside and get some sun. Maybe in front of your house, if there's a bench and not many people, nobody is near you, just sit by the bench with some sun, because vitamin D, it's good for you. And then what else? Lemon, and then oranges, and then drink a lot of things with vitamin C. And what else? Yeah, I mean, the measures. Sleep. I'm really like, in the summer I turn on air conditioning all the time, but nowadays I try not to that much. And then today I'm going to sleep. After this, I'm going to sleep with heater, not heater, but heating pad on, something hot for me. So I'm going to try, because today, after I washed up and I did a lot of dishes, I cleaned a lot in my room. I throw away stuff and then I cleaned everything. And I redone my bed. I washed all the bedclothes and everything. And so after that, from 3 to 7 for 4 hours, I had interpreting class, which is very intensive. And then afterwards, I actually prepared dinner. And then my mother actually was sleeping. I guess she's tired from her day. So I prepared something for her. I ate myself, did the dishes for my father and everything. And then afterwards, I just took a hot bath. Like, it's not a bubble bath. I soak in the water, hot water. I think it's a good idea. I intend to do it every day. I think it will, give me, kind of immune. I don't think it's related to immune, but it's more like maybe heats up your body so the virus cannot live in your body, even if there's a chance that it's in my system. I want to get rid of it in my system, so I'm going to drink a lot of hot water, liquid, and then leave vitamin C, and then try to do my best because I'll tell you something. Uh, well, like right after I started my interpret class, because we normally we have three students and there's a teacher, so four of us video chatting. It's a class with the Zoom, and one guy, such a smart and wonderful, I think he's in his 20s, probably. And he is so smart and such a good person. I really like him, and he's actually he goes to the same school I graduated from, and yeah, I know you. Um, so he he started maybe he was ahead of us, and he joined us because there's a situation with the program. So he finished last week after doing the test, and I think he passed. He got his interpreter certificate, or the license, I suppose. So we had to say goodbye to him, which was very sad. But we had 1 week of vacation. We had free time, and afterwards, today was a start of a new. Say it's like a chapter or semester. So we had four new people joining us. So it used to be 3 hours, but now it's 4 hours. Can you imagine that? So, but uh, instead of having four, we had three. One person didn't come, and then anyway, we do the interpreting from Korean to English and English to Korean, 2 hours each, and it's it's a lot of tension going on. It's a very stressful. It's sometimes very fun and enjoyable, but when you have to, be on the plate and people ask you, like the teacher asks you to interpret this and that, you have to focus, really focus. It takes up a lot of energy using your brain. So, but when I started it, my eyes felt really weird. It blurted out, like as if, like, when you watch like a Star Trek or that kind of show where like you see the space kind of like it's like a wave. My eyes left by it. It felt like it had a wave of some kind of so I was scared, really. And then I tried not to show it, but it just turned out, I sprayed a lot of fabric sanitizer on my clothes and my bed and everywhere, my bags. So I sprayed it a lot. I think that turned out to be a little bit of, toxin in it. So I felt dizzy, but afterwards I drank a lot of water, and then it got better. So fortunately, thank God. I was so worried. I panicked, to tell you the truth. I wasn't, So the class went well, and then I enjoyed my classmates, new classmates, and old one as well. And then, what's my call it? Old one as well. And then after we finished, yeah, I just watched some news and then I figured I will do a live stream from 11, but I started really early. But I don't know. I mean, the live stream is all about being with your viewers and talking to them if they have any kind of question. And this is really first time for me because I mean, turned the hand around because I used to be a viewer all the time. I joined the live shows, many times, but I never actually started the live on my own. And I knew that there would be no one for me today. I didn't expect anyone to join me, but I'm doing it anyway because, as I promised. So I've been talking like 26 minutes about nothing. It's just my personal thing. Not very professional, is it? But tomorrow, today, as you can see, I have no makeup. Right after I took a bath, I just dried my hair and then nothing. My original plan was to go to one of the facilities or the little room they rent out to shoot the video. I already made reservations. I mean, arrangements, not made the reservation, arrangements. If I asked them, they would, give me some, they will allow me to shoot it there. But since the COVID, yes, it's difficult. So I would have to actually do it here in my own room. But now that I have lots of time, because during the week I was extremely busy. I didn't even have like a 1 minute to myself. I mean, after I come home, I already or I had to do so many things. I mean, I haven't been able to do many things that I really wanted to do. So, anyways, I mean, I have to actually do it here in my room. Tomorrow, maybe today, after today, tomorrow I'll manage to rearrange my room somehow. To make sure if I could get the white or maybe have a board that I could hang and then maybe write something. But at the bookstore, I did buy some books related to Tangun and I did some researches. So I pretty much have idea and I planned on what to do tomorrow for the history, the Korean history, which is the first, our first lesson or first episode of Glorious Korea. What's more call it? Glorious Korea history, Korean history. Tomorrow I'll try to be more professional. I mean, talking to you like this, live. Maybe some people might enjoy it, but some may not. I know. So, well, I guess no one's here today, but I've, I mean, maybe after a few months or a few weeks, I am sure I'm going to have more subscribers, and then they are going to actually say something. Nobody's here now, but eventually I will have somebody. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Be sure you join me tomorrow, and I will tell you a story about how Korea has begun. It's a story of it's a myth, like I told you. But there's a pretty relevant issue. Well, if I had the chance, if I mean there's a no corona issue, I would have just gone to a place where they have rituals every year. It's called Shindan. I don't know if it's Shindansu, but there is a place where they have the in I think it's in Maesan or something somewhere, but I haven't actually looked deeper into the place for Tangun. But um, Maesan and then anyway, tomorrow, I mean, I'm just going to explain to you about the story, Korean history. Um, you know, I'm going to say this tomorrow too, but Korean history actually is very long. You know, like 5,000 years almost, starting with the maybe Stone Age, and then like you know, there were time there were before the even Tangun when people lived in Korea. But the country itself it starts with Tangun. So tomorrow I'm going to finalize my ideas and then shoot a video, like record the video, and then share with you the story. I mean, the Korean history, like when you want to come all the way here into the current history, 2001 July, it would take, I don't know, maybe over a year, even longer, because we have, let's see, 당군. And after Tangun, we have 삼국시대, which is the three country. No, before that, we have 고구려, 신라, 백제, and then I think there's more some between, and then also there's Joseon dynasty. That's over 5,000 years with I think 20 something kings, and then the king's story. And then after the king, there is what? Like Japanese rulement, because the kings were all, you know, I think they take away our throne and then killed our Myeongsong and Empress Myeongsong, and then King Gojong actually, and everybody actually they kind of you know destroyed our monarchy. And then Korea was colonized by Japan for 45 40. Yeah, I used to know. Yeah, I will study again. And then afterwards, then we had Korean War in 1950, and afterwards we had how many presidents now? The story about presidents, and then current issues. So think about it. It's a long history. There are so many things to talk about. Korean history is a very interesting thing. So come, stay with me. I will do Korean history, and then the week after, I think it's either going to be Korean food or Korean language, teaching you how to read and write Korean. So I'm thinking about it. If any of you actually joined in today, I would have been asked like if what would you prefer, like Korean history, or I don't know, Korean food or Korean language, like learning how to read Korean. So anyway, tomorrow, probably around before late night. I mean, try to make it as soon as I can tomorrow. I need some time to study the materials and plan things. I mean, on the top of my head, I do have some ideas on how to do it, but I have to actually do, you know, plan it exactly, and then I should have a blueprint. I mean, I do have a blueprint, but I should just put it on stone tomorrow. So I do need to prepare for it. Okay. So everyone, have a good night. Glorious Korea lovers, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Today is very, very natural look. Again, I never had anything that was so professional from the start. I think I'm getting really, really personal with this YouTube thing. But, you know, as time goes by, be, I will be grow. I will try to be more and more like a pro. I don't really I don't know if I really need to be a pro anyway, but still, I will be more defined. That's what I would say. Um, and hmm, hmm, I hate to say goodbye, but nobody's here. And then I don't like talking to myself. It's not fun. And I don't know what to say. I mean, the conversation has to be like, two ways. I mean, I cannot really say things on my own. I'm like mumble on my own. I don't really like that idea. I would like to have a conversation, not like talking to myself. I mean, it's a start. I mean, it's only been 5 days that I started, this channel when it's first made, and then I already have subscribers at least, and I was able to do the live stream, which means I do have people watching me. I don't know about their reaction because I haven't actually uploaded anything that was maybe educational. It was like all personal stories, and then with the video, the premiere, I didn't mean to, but it was turned to the sideways, like in the right side. So I'm not very happy about it, but I don't know how to fix that. I have to re-upload it, but it's a video, and hmm, I have no idea. I have to actually study. I have to really like get into it, but on the bright side, with the pandemic, I won't be able to go outside as much as I could. So my work, actually, I don't think I'll go outside. It's better for you not to leave your house. So I think I'm going to have lots of time on my own at home. So I'll, you know, even like rearrange my room, do the things like, something that I was putting off doing. And actually, I make jewelries. Rosario, which is the praying bracelet for Catholic. Rosario, I make the mask bands and out of beads, and then I make rings, I make earrings, I make necklace, I make frames, things with beads, and then hairpins, anything you name it. I make a lot of like brooch. So I mean, I have all the materials, but nowadays I'm too busy with work, going, making, not making, but working for the artist. So I didn't have much time on my own, but now that I have lots of time, she and I both, love working together. She's really good to me, and then I work hard. But we're just now starting to get to know each other better, and then getting used to each other. So we agreed to some terms, but with the pandemic, I don't think that church or Myeongdong will be open, you know, for a while. So there's no point going there. I mean, wouldn't it? I mean, I'd rather stay home. And then, like, while I'm, moving or going to Myeongdong, even if it's maybe 20 minutes away from my home, I have to take the bus. And it's dangerous. And if there are people coming in for the institute, for, with the priest coming in, I would be more than happy to be there, but I don't think that, no, in Catholic Church, in Myeongdong and other places, starting July 12th, there's no mass. Mass is supposed to be now. They're level 4 of the corona, so distancing and no mass. I mean, we just do it online. So that's why tomorrow will be the last mass until the COVID's gone. So we don't know how long it's going to take. And then after, if there's no mass, fathers and sisters would not come to the church for sure. They will stay in their homes, monastery, whatever, and yeah, convent. You know, they would just stay there. Why would they want to come? And then with Catholic people, we don't want to cause any, harm to the society, and then we protect ourselves. So we don't actually do things that people ask us not to. We always listen to the public. We always listen to what's right. So I don't think the priests and, nuns, they would come. Yeah, I'm sure of that. So our institute will be very quiet. Nobody will come, so what's the point? As I figured, it's a vacation for me. Yeah, I could focus on my YouTube. I could do things I've always done. Maybe set up all my clothing and then maybe try it on, and then again, post some cooking. I would try a lot of new cooking, not new cooking, but some things. I would cook my parents a lot of food. We will eat together. I'll spend time with my parents. Things that I've been meaning to do. So that'd be very interesting, and I'll have fun. Yeah, I think it'll be really fun. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Yeah, I look forward to it. Well, it's getting late. It's almost midnight here. Um, in Korea, what I have today is called 생얼, no makeup, just regular. Do I look different? Do I look really different? But most days I prefer not to wear makeup because skin. To tell you the truth, I started putting on makeup, I think, since I was 14, 15, pretty young. Yeah, at that age. So I tried it. I did it when I was young. My mother would, I would save up my allowance and then buy makeup, like at the time, like Maybelline, CoverGirl. If you don't know, remember that brand. But my mother disagreed because they planned on coming back to Korea, my parents. So they didn't want me to be totally American. So my parents would say, no makeup. I have to hide from them. Isn't it interesting? So back in high school, I would just, put it in my locker. And then when I go to school, I would go early, and then I would put my makeup on and change clothes, and then spend the whole day, and then come home. I would erase all my makeup before I come home, and then I did that. And I remember there was some Korean senior 선배. Yeah, but I don't think she could speak Korean that well. She was maybe born there and second generation or something. So she told me, like, you have Korean American makeup. I do remember. I don't exactly remember her name, but there's this other girl named Hannah. I remember that Hannah had a brother that's Korean. So anyway, I had to do that. So ever since that, like when I came back to Korea after my 10th, in Korea, like girls at the time, nowadays a lot of girls wear makeup a lot. But at the time, girls actually didn't wear makeup. Only what in Korean we say nalari, which is like the girls, like they were not like gang girls, but it's I don't know. It's a culture, so maybe I'll try to explain to you a little bit. Here and there, I would probably choose some extras, like special issues, maybe teaching you how to make rosaria or bracelet, some my ideas. Or it'd be fun if I put on makeup, show you how I put on makeup, and it's like a tutorial. Yeah, a lot of people have that in Facebook and other places, but just to make sure, like, let you know what I do. It'd be fun. And maybe other than Korean cooking, some of my recipes for different foods, a special issue. It's not a regular episode, but like, what else can I do? Some things that I enjoy doing, like teaching you something interesting, like maybe teach you a Korean song or anything. Um, for that, I would have to prepare like a song, yeah, and then teaching you a Korean song. Interesting, yeah, teach you a Korean song. Very interesting. So like things that I know how to do, I would probably, and then I have fishes. I raise fishes. There's what's my call it? Romeo, Romeo. My Romeo is sleeping right now. Romeo is a betta fish. The betta fishes are from Amazon. I just hope that this works. So anyway, I didn't actually say goodbye. I mean, it started talking and talking, but time flies. Anyway, did I start to develop a crossfit? Hope not. I would, I don't know what I was saying, but I'm going back. Well, I will come back tomorrow. That's all I can say. Alright, since I did the live stream without anybody joining me, but who cares? Who knows? It's a time of Corona. They went to other places. I'm sure for other channels, they do have lives with a lot of people chatting and then joining, But I'm a relatively new channel. I mean, it's been 5 days now. What do I expect? I mean, yeah, that's alright. Anyway, in the meantime, it's almost midnight here, so glorious Korea lovers, have a good night. And tomorrow, Genie Gloria will come back with the story. Alright? 여러분, 안녕. Very bright, no makeup today. And then I look. But anyway, tomorrow I'll come back beautiful. Okay? Alright. Have a good night. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Bye bye.